Better turn my volume off so Sky Sports doesn't get pissed off at me. So I have talked numerous times about my DirecTV remote and how I can add time to certain shows. Now, I can tell you that if you have any of the other television streaming services and you wanted to watch Formula One practice, you got screwed because, well, they had a water valve come out and damaged one of the Ferraris. I think it damaged one of the, maybe one of the McLarens, I'm not sure, or the AlphaTauris. So they had damage. They had to go around the course and check every single one of the water drain connectors. And I added 3.5 hours. That's the most I can add. I can add 3.5 hours to whatever program that I'm watching. It doesn't matter what the television stations are doing. I will stay with Sky Sports for the entire time. And here I am. It is 2:25 a.m. watching practice 2. Hour and 25 minutes left. That's the advantage. If you have YouTube TV or any of these others that have a DVR, it's not a DVR. It's not a fucking DVR. Okay? You can't add time because it goes from here to here. There is a time slot, and that's what they signed up for. That's what their agreement is with the television stations, and that's what you get. So, you know, the DirecTV is expensive. I mean, if you get a basic tier, it's not too bad. It's less than YouTube. But I can tell you that not many people who have streaming services are getting to watch free practice 2. Okay? Not many. If any. What I know is that I added 3.5 hours to every single Formula One show because it rains. We have all kinds of delays in Formula One. Okay? And, you know, you pretty much know, and see, it's cold. Everybody's going off track now because it's 2:30 in the morning, and in the desert, I know because I lived there for years. It starts getting cold at night. I don't care if it's 100, degrees at 9 o'clock. By 2 o'clock in the morning, the desert just shunts all of its heat away. Okay, so now they're all having tire lockups and shit. It's pretty interesting. I was wondering what was going to happen. Yeah, at least I'm getting to see it. I can't believe they had that valve problem, that nobody thought about that. What race was that? Was that Baku? No, it wasn't. Where was it where they had there was a drain lid, and one of the cars went over and popped that drain lid up, and the next car that came by, it ripped the whole side off the car. So I'm kind of surprised that they didn't think of looking, I mean, manhole covers and things like that, but those valve covers, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't, that they didn't recognize that as a problem. I don't like the track. I don't like the track. It's really ugly. It's ugly. It's not like any, I mean, it's just not, yeah. I think it's going to be a very boring race. That's what I think. It's going to be a very boring race. That's what I believe. Ticket sales have gone through the floor into the basement. I'm looking at the track, and you know what? It looks like they're racing at some prison somewhere. That's what it looks like. All of the iconic buildings and things like that, they wanted to block all that shit off. They didn't want anybody watching free Formula One. And by having that philosophy, it's just a giant fucking mess. Really not, yeah, it's not pretty. They have a really long straightaway, but they don't have many high-speed corners. They have one, I think, and a couple of left rights to make them brake and slow down, but it's a very boring fucking track. This is not Coda, you know what I mean? It's not Suzuka. It's a very boring track. And we'll have to see. We'll see how the race progresses. It's just ugly. It's really ugly. All the scaffolding and the lighting scaffolding and the lighting on the overpass scaffoldings, and it's scaffolding, 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 and fence that is very, okay, so, you know, if you look at the fence this way, straight at it, yeah, it's pretty clear, but the very minute you put an angle on this fencing they're using, it's pretty much a gray wall. Just not an appealing track whatsoever. I have no idea why they did this. They really should have built the track out past Nellis with the rest of the racetracks. This is, they wanted to race through downtown Vegas, and I can tell you right now, this does not look like downtown Vegas. It doesn't. It looks like they're racing at a prison somewhere.